It started in September 2013. I ran the Fort for Fitness 10K with the church for Race for Peace Congo, and I carried my stick for the women and crossed that finish line, and I thought that's the greatest feeling I've ever had in my life. And then 30 days later, I was in a hit-and-run car accident downtown on my way to the doctor and was paralyzed from the hips down.
My mother passed away in '95 from colon cancer. And then my brother, he ended up with colon cancer. Leading up into that time, they were very much in denial that ultimately that this could end his life. To the extent of there were no arrangements made, planned, and in fact, it wasn't supposed to be spoken of. But he ultimately passed away in June of 2016, this past June.
She woke up one morning with some back pain, felt like a pinched nerve, and it was really buckling her over. So we jumped in the truck and ran to the hospital, and by the time we got there, she started to lose her mobility in her upper arms. Within that 12 hours, she lost the ability to breathe. Her internal organs were all shutting down. She was just losing signals across the board. They informed us that she had transverse myelitis, which basically is the immune system that has gone into overdrive and is looking for something to attack, and it decided to attack her nervous system, which prevents the signals from the brain to get through to the body to tell it what it's doing. The body has to relearn new paths to get that signal through to get those muscles to fire again. And we got transferred over here to Parkview, and we've been here for the last 5 months trying to slowly rehabilitate.
I went from someone that ran a 10K race at a fairly healthy weight to a woman paralyzed, wheelchair bound, and 390 pounds. I developed bilateral pulmonary embolisms, which are basically blood clots in each lung because of the inactivity. They placed me on a medication. Within 28 days, I was in complete liver failure. And I felt very lost and very alone, and in some cases forgotten. I had very good support family-wise, but I still felt that sense of no one cared for me. I received my first card from Fellowship at a time when I was actually praying to God to end my life, to end my suffering. And during those times when I was at my lowest, it seemed like Fellowship was always there at that moment. It was either a card, or it was a personal visit, or it was a call, and it would be from Wendy or from Kay, and it would be just, Tammy, we love you, we're thinking about you, may the love of Christ be with you, and may you find peace during this time.
My brother Marvin passed away on that Monday. He and my sister-in-law were not attending any church, but initially I guess she was thinking they would just have the services at the funeral home. And I said, well, let me check, just let me check to see if the church that I attend, my family at Fellowship, if they would be able to have services, if we would be able to have services there. From the time that I called to inquire about a memorial service, all the way through the luncheon that followed, it was beautiful. It was beautiful knowing that my church family had our back.
I have my days where, I'm human. So I have my days where I cry and I get frustrated, but I know that this is for my better good will come somewhere down the line. And whether that is to help someone else through my sickness, or if it's just to draw me even closer to God than what I was.
We're doing this today mainly to show our appreciation for all the great help that we've received. It's been amazing.
Oh, it's been so humbling to have people reach out.
It seems like every time we had a surgery coming up or a big event coming up, we wouldn't call or talk to anybody but just 5 minutes. And that's no joke. 5 minutes before we would leave our room, somebody would show up from the church and say a prayer with us. And it's nothing that was ever planned other than the man upstairs.
And the meals that they bring us twice a week has been, for me as a mother, very reassuring. It's nice to know that my kids are getting home-cooked meals.
I was sent home to basically live out the rest of my life, which they thought at that time was going to be very short. I still weighed a little over 300 pounds. Well, it's January 2017, and I'm still here by the grace of God. I just got a clean bill of health in October of 2016, and it was at that point that I was finally removed after 3 years of being on the prayer care list. And 2 weeks later, I showed up at one of the meetings and I said, hey, I'm one of those people you prayed for, and I wanted to let you know what it meant to me. And now I get to return that love and kindness to someone else.
Kay has been a godsend. She has been a massive
Absolutely.
blessing to me. She has brightened my days, and I look forward to her visits all the time. And I know I pray for her too. And that's what I would say, is just to never, never give up your faith.
I found out that the people here really care. I knew that, but I got to experience it firsthand. It makes you want to make sure that you're there for others. I was just so thankful to God by being blessed by the services we received and about the fellowship and the family here.